Alright, hello everyone, this is Chris. I'm going to go over problems 18 and 24 and 28 for making ellipses. Problem number 1 says, or problem number 18 says we have vertices at 0, plus or minus 8, and it passes through this point. Well, the key to these problems is graph everything you know. So I know there's vertices here at 0, negative 8. I'm just going to have to make this longer. 0, negative 8. Let's just count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. And this is 8, and this is 2, 4, 6, negative 8. So we can go ahead and go down there. And we have vertices here and here. So that takes care of that first piece of information. There's where the vertices are. Well, that tells me right where the center is, right? Because 8 plus negative 8 is 0, and the middle is 0, so right there is the center. So immediately on my equation over here, I know the center is 0, 0. So it's just x minus 0 and y minus 0. The other thing I know on this one is that this a value, which is half of this, I think of it as a radius, is 8 right here. From the center there is 8. So I can put 8 squared here, which is 64. Whoops, I'm going to put it over here for the y value because the y value is the major axis. All right, and now that I have that, all I'm looking for is this b value right here. I know the a value, which is 4. I don't know the b value. But they do give you one more piece of information. They tell you there's this point right here at 3, 4. So I'm going to go over 3. 1, 2, 3, up 4, right there. And then what you can do is you know the path of the ellipse now, right? The ellipse goes like this. But how do we find that? Well, what we do is we take this point, which is x, y, and we plug it into here. So I have 9, because that's 3 squared, over b squared, plus y is 16 over 64 is equal to 1. And now I have an equation where I can solve for b squared. And I just multiplied everything by 64b squared, which will make this 576, which will make this 16b squared, which will make this 64b squared. Subtract those over there, and we have 48b squared is equal to 576. b squared is equal to 12. So now I can put a 12 there. I figured out what b squared was. And if you take the square root of 12, let's see here, square root of 12, 3.4, and that's where this is, 2, 3, about 3.4. And there we have it. We have our ellipse. All right, second problem, number 24. 0, 0 is a focus, so I mark that. 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is another focus, and go ahead and mark those points whenever you make them. That's 4 and that's 0. So right now I know the middle must be my vertex, which is 0, 2. So I can come here and say 0 and 2 for the y. And then now major axis length is 6. So that means it goes here to here. Right? If it's 6, it goes up 1, 2, 3, and down 3. To give our major. So what is this a distance now? Well, this a distance is 3. 3 squared is 9. I'm going to put it underneath the y. And now what I know here is I know a is 3. C is 2. I can count that because that's the focal distance. That's the main distance. And I can use this relationship to go ahead and figure out what the x squared value is right there. Well, a squared is 9 minus b squared, c squared is 4, b squared is 5, so 5 goes there. Now to make my my ellipse, square root of 5 is 2.2. So what I can do now is I can go 1, 2.2, 1, 2.2, and I can go like that and make it. All right, last problem. Number 28 says it's given us a center. Well, that's kind of nice that they gave you the center. That makes your work really easy. So 3, 2 is right there. I put a star at the center, and if that's my center, this is what I do on problem 28. And this goes right there. And now focus at 1, 2, which is right there, and 5, 2, which is right there. And go ahead and put these numbers on here. That's 5, and that's 1, and that's 2. But where do I go from here? Well, I haven't used this clue right here, right? I've done that clue and I've done that clue. I've not done that clue. Well, C is the focal distance, so that's 2. So A is equal to 3C, so A is equal to 3 times 2, A is equal to 6. So this A value is 6. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go ahead and name those. That's -3, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now that I have that, I can count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6, 36. Again, what's B squared? A squared minus B squared is C squared. A squared is 36 minus B squared. C squared is 4. B squared is the square root of 32. Or B squared is 30. Someone put a 32 right there on number 28. And now to graph it, well, let's see what that square root is. What is the square root of 32? 5.6. So I go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6. And there's my parabola. Sorry, there's my ellipse. All right, hope this helps with the graphs. These are probably the hardest ones. We'll do more in class today.